A warm welcome to you beautiful souls and to my channel, Mystical Angels Energy. My name is Kikyo and I am deeply thankful and deeply grateful to have you here today, beautiful souls. The card decks that I use are listed in the description box below. And of course, I am deeply thankful for all the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and the comments. They mean the world to me. Thank you so much. Okay, now we are ready to begin our angel message. What you need to know from the angels. And to begin, I saw this at the bottom of the deck. I feel this is an overarching energy for you right now. Beautiful soul watching. The sun, Archangel Uriel. Now 19 could be significant to you. That is 10 when you break it down. So endings, but also a new beginning. 10 in the tarot can represent endings, and 10 in numerology represents beginning over again, the renewed 1, but with a 0, so even more powerful because you've already been there. So this is like world card energy as well, which I also feel is an overarching energy. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. Okay, so you may feel as though your throat chakra is clearing out when I did that okay there. So you may feel as though your voice is becoming empowered. You may, Archangel Uriel, the Archangel of divine illumination, as well as divine wisdom, as well as of inspired action, a very masculine Archangel, because he is also within this card deck by Radleigh Valentine, the Archangel Power Tarot cards. He is also the mascot of the Emperor card. So very connecting with your divine masculine side, the divine masculine power. Now, you have masculine and feminine energies within you. This is like the yin and the yang, the sun and the moon, the light and the dark, etc. So, yes, these all lie within us, but you're connecting with this energy at this moment. And Archangel Uriel is guiding you to take inspired action in some way. He is also pointing you in the direction of that which makes you feel lit up from within inside. Now, these are sunflowers, so I feel July or August could be a very prominent time for you. I'm also hearing June, possibly September. These could be wonderful times for you. I also had in a previous message, I think that was just the previous one for Valentine's, about spring energy. Okay, so spring and summer look to be very fortuitous months, very powerful, abundant months, and months of great change. So I feel Archangel Uriel is guiding you in the direction of this wonderful change and guiding you to see the silver lining, to see the sun through the clouds, especially if you've been depressed lately. Because I did choose this beautiful blue color, okay, not to represent being depressed. No, blue connects you with your throat chakra. Now, I suppose if it's muddy or duller, it can represent depression, you know, a lack of boundaries, throat chakra energy being blocked. I chose this too because I felt Archangel Michael's presence here. Archangel Michael being associated with blue, and the throat chakra energy also governs the swords suit within this tarot deck. So connecting you with your voice and your mental prowess. So I feel you've been in the energy of your emotions lately, and the angels are saying, if you do feel like you desire to cry, to have a good cry, to connect with your emotions, Archangel Uriel is guiding you to an appropriate time and place where you can connect with your emotions and guiding you to address and name those emotions, because then once you do so and you have that cry, you become clear. And once you're clear, right, the clouds pass and the sun comes through. This is a reminder to you, beautiful soul, that everything is going to be okay and that good times are incoming. The sun card in the tarot is one of the most delightful and happy cards within the card deck, okay? Life is wonderful indeed. And the angels are saying, you know, connect with those negative emotions. Negative emotions are nothing to be feared. They are also not where you want to stay, though, because they are a guidance system given to you by God to direct you back to positive emotions and positive thinking, which is the direction that you do desire to take, because it's the direction of your dreams. You are an inspiring success. Okay, you are meant to be here, beautiful soul. You are loved, you are cherished, even if sometimes you feel that that is not your reality. The reality is that you are, and you have a lot of friends within the spiritual. And when you move in that direction, you keep moving in that direction, you're going to attract your soul tribe, the people that you really resonate with, and they are here on Gaia. I do wish to assure you that this is your confirmation too, beautiful soul, that you do have physical friends, not just spiritual. There are physical friends here on Gaia. This is your real family, what we call soul tribe. Now, you may have bloodline connections that you feel like are soul tribe. If you do not resonate with that, that is okay, because soul tribe, real family, is not about blood ties. It is about connection and who inspires you, who lights you up. So this sun card energy is reminding you as an overarching energy that good times are ahead, good things are ahead. And we have the unicorn there as well, reminding you to connect to that pure essence. Unicorns represent purity and pure magic. And the angels are saying, take this. The King of Ariel. Okay, and I'm going to get to that in a moment. I'm going to draw a couple more. That was also below the sun card. So the angels are saying, take it. We have, the High Priestess, beautiful. Archangel Haniel being present here. Archangel Ariel. So far I said Archangel Michael, working with Archangel Uriel to guide your steps, to ensure that you are protected. And if you are here, you are protected, beautiful soul. We also have Archangel Jophiel. Wow, I love it. I love it. Okay, so again, I'm going to start with the Archangel Jophiel being below the sun card. Release yourself from that which holds you back. You need, wait, I read that as you need a detox. I need to detox. So the angels are stressing there is this need to detox, unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. So I feel you are connecting with throat chakra as well as solar plexus chakra energy. I feel if you can visualize those chakras lighting up a bright vivid blue, a bright vivid gold or yellow, that will help to rebalance and recalibrate those chakras. But a reminder that, see, the kingdom is in the distance. You have been promised by God, and you may have had, you know, I feel this has been prophesied to you, beautiful soul. God has promised you your divine kingdom. Your divine kingdom is where you are meant to be here in this life. However you see that, and you can utilize the power of your imagination to visualize that reality, speak into existence that reality. Okay, that's why it says thrive through the power of positive thinking. You are setting yourself free, and again, by connecting with your emotions, you are setting yourself free. That may be the decision, the important decision that you at this time need to make. So a big release, I feel, is incoming. As you watch this video, I feel you are going to feel within yourself, within your emotions, within your spirit, that you need to release something. Something is holding you back. And the angels are saying there's nothing to worry about. It's just, the solar plexus chakra being out of balance at this time, a lack of self-confidence. And the angels, Archangel Jophiel, she is the angel of beauty. Okay, this is the devil card within the tarot. Okay, the chains that bind you. Something is weighing you down. Okay, there's a devil energy, and you need to set yourself free from the cage. And see, she's releasing all those birds so they can be free again, so they can be out in nature. Connecting with nature may benefit you. I also see there's those beautiful roses there. So I feel connecting with your heart space. I also feel heart chakra being lit up, connecting you with your person. You may have had doubts about your person. You can definitely go check out my previous messages with DM, DF, the DM to DF, knowing that your person indeed does love you, and you are very well loved by your person, and you can call out to your person. You can say that you're ready to be with them. And I do feel like karmic ties being released, okay, with this energy, but you're going to feel free, okay? And Archangel Jophiel, she's the angel of beauty, angel of grace, angel of self-love, okay, and taking care of yourself. And you can always call upon her to assist you to connect with the love that you can have for yourself. And she will help you to feel beautiful and to create beauty in your life. It is her duty to help you create a vision of beauty, beautiful soul. So we have the energy 19, 2, 15, so basically 6. And 6 is nothing to be feared. 666 is nothing to be feared. Okay, that is actually represents the number of man. 6 is a harmonious number. Actually, I feel that they sort of perverted it, right? Because 6 in numerology, and even within the tarot, is a very beautiful number, a very peaceful number. It connects you with the goddesses of beauty like Aphrodite and Freya. It connects you with harmony, beauty, grace, and again with deeper connections, where 3 represents, you know, networking and socializing and, you know, connections and making friendships. But 6 is all about those friendships that are sustained, soul tribe, friends and family, deep loved ones. Marriages are if you know, 6s as well as 2s are great numbers to be married under within numerology, so they can represent marriage too. Beautiful. Thank you, angels. King of Ariel, successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. So the angels, Archangel Ariel, saying, you know, you're doing a great job. You know, sometimes these doubts try to creep back up, okay? There could be negative entities that are trying to throw you off your game. Archangel Michael and Jophiel and all the angels here, Hanya and, you know, Uriel, and I also was going to say Shamuel. So Shamuel connecting you with those relationships. So your relationships are protected. And a reminder too that, you know, you are calling your person in. Now, you could see this as well as your divine masculine. You know, that he, you know, this energy is smiling. I feel this is divine masculine energy. Again, there's a very masculine energy here, but also a very feminine one. Now that I see that, because Archangel Haniel is the archangel of the divine feminine, and Archangel Jophiel is a very divine feminine archangel in my opinion as well. Okay, so a good balance there. I feel like the energies, like, again, I said that, like the yin and the yang, there's a balance there between those energies. But you are, and we have then again about success. So success is an overarching energy too. Success is coming your way. Why? Because you have put in the time and the effort. All those baby steps that you took, beautiful soul, have not been for nothing. You cannot take baby steps, okay? Even if you crawl, even if you feel like even if some days it feels like, and I know this feeling, some days it feels like you're slugging through it, right? It feels like you're literally crawling on your hands and knees. It feels like you're crawling on your belly. You know, you feel like you're crawling through the bowels of hell, and you feel like, you know, am I ever going to be out of this energy? Sort of a 7 of Pentacles energy. You kind of feel like you're waiting. You kind of feel like, yes, I've put in all this, but where is it? But you cannot take those kind of steps even if you crawl, right? You're headed in that direction. You're not headed in the opposite direction. You're headed out of that energy. You're headed out of hell. You're headed into heaven. So this is a reminder too that heaven and hell all lie within you, and it is, you know, partly your choice of which direction you're headed in, but you are headed in the energy of success, of heaven, heaven on earth. So Archangel Metatron is also present here, the heaven to earth bridge, as well as the Archangel of time. And he can help to slow down or speed up your perception of time. And it is all up to you how you decide to do that. But Archangel Ariel is reminding you, you are powerful, okay? And you are accomplished, and so is your divine masculine. So that is divine confirmation too there, that your divine masculine is, I feel, very abundant, very tuned in with their own brand of success. So we have the High Priestess. So Archangel Haniel connecting you with your intuition, your divine feminine power, the divine feminine side of you, powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information, be at peace. So Archangel Haniel, and again with the beautiful blue color and the waterfall energy. So I feel again a good cry, and then you will see and it helps you to release, and then you'll see the truth, and you're going to be connecting with, you're the divine masculine energy, or you could be the divine masculine watching this. If you're the divine feminine watching this, or if you don't resonate with those energies at all, then it's just speaking of, you know, your ideal person or your soulmate, however you decide to see that, if you don't resonate with the twin flame path. But I do feel, again, the twin flame connection here. This could also just be, again, representing the energies within you. But it's going to be all right. You know, you're going to release. There's purification energy, that vivid blue energy. You are protected, you are loved, you are cherished. Again, I feel Archangel Uriel and Haniel are guiding you to the proper time and place where you can reflect and meditate and tune in with yourself. Okay, this could be at night. If not, then the night imagery just means going within yourself. But I feel, again, you're going to have that release, that cry, or you're going to discard something. Something needs to go, something needs discarded. People, places, energies, objects, you know, tune in with emotions again, so you can release them, so you can transmute them into positive power, which that actually is what Archangel Zadkiel does. Okay, on to the next deck, the angels are saying. But yeah, you're going to see then afterwards, you're going to have a bright, beautiful day and era. 38, strength, Joan of Arc, France. Now, Joan of Arc could be a ascended master that you are working with. And we have an angel up there in the background. And I sort of feel like that could be Archangel Gabriel. Okay, so Archangel Gabriel connecting you with the voice of heaven, connecting you with the power of your own voice. So strength, this is like the strength card in the tarot too. Like, you will be victorious. You are a champion of God. Okay, and we are in the year of the horse now. So you are moving ahead, moving forward. This is also speaking of chariot card energy too. Keep going. You are heading in the right direction. You are also, people are also drawn to your strength. They're inspired by you. You have a whole spiritual army with you, but you are also drawing people. People are starting to notice you in the physical realm, whether you wear this or not. But they are beginning to notice you, and they are drawn to your energy. They see you as a powerful leader with that King of Ariel energy and the strength card underneath it. Your person also sees you as someone who is very capable, very independent, and very strong. And again, you are protecting God's kingdom. You are protecting Gaia here. You are meant to be here to assist Gaia in some way. You are one of the forerunners who is guiding in this new golden era here on Gaia. Okay, this card flew right out. Wow. Planning. 30. Now 30 could be significant to you. 38 could be significant to you. That's 11. Again, with 11 energy, a higher level of 2, connecting with your intuition. And that 1111 gateway, you may see 1111. You may see 222. You may see 22, the master builder number. I'm also hearing you may see 555 or 55. You may see 444, letting you know the angels are with you. Machu Picchu, you may see a lot of 6s. Peru, again with the llama energy too, being unbothered. Again, being at peace. I feel like going with the flow, knowing all is well. So God is saying, you know, I have a divine plan for you. And this is also the divine plan that you have made for yourself, because God never does anything without your approval. You never do anything without God's approval. You work together. That's what I feel. And again, take what resonates and leave the rest. You may not feel that way, and that is okay. But this is what I feel my angels, my guides are telling me to say. So to benefit someone here. You know, a safe space too with Machu Picchu. You know, again, your sanctuary. I feel that that is, again, energy of going within. You can see the truth. You can continue to make the divine plan and head in the direction of your dreams. But again, this kingdom has been prophesied over you. You will have your divine kingdom. Now, the kingdom means everything. The kingdom means your divine location, your divine career, your divine person, your divine avatar. In other words, how you wish for your body to be and look, you know, all the desired talent, skills, and abilities you decide to have, you know, whatever it is, basically your manifestation as a whole. That's the divine kingdom to me. You know, it's a place and it's also many other things. So this is God's divine promise. And you will have that, beautiful soul. You are guaranteed to have that in this lifetime. And I feel, again, the energy of, you know, pretty soon here. I'm hearing very soon, the angels are saying. Ooh, okay, that's a bit too many. Okay. I might take a third one then. All right, clean. Wow. Yep, you can't make it up. I just said that. Something being discarded, clean up, declutter, accountability, home. So in other words, 17. Powerful number. Okay, you could see 17, 17, 17. If you see 17, 17, I mean, excuse me, or yeah, 17, 17, 17, or 7, 17, yes, especially 7, 17, it means you're headed in the right direction and that you are indeed following the plan of your soul. Okay, that's what I feel like. Soul plan. You are following the plan you made for yourself and that God has made with you. Okay, so declutter, accountability, home. Yeah, something needs to go. Something needs to go. Something needs to be released. It could be something, you know, maybe something within the home needs cleaned or tidied up. Something within the home, an object could be weighing you down. You know, something just does not feel like home to you anymore. So something needs to go. We have observe, enlightenment, flow, growth. And I'm looking at the fox first thing. So again, I feel like that clever kind of energy, grandma and grandpa energy coming back up. We've had that in the previous videos. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, there's even a video titled about grandma and grandpa, and I have the little fox emoji. So definitely go check that out if you so desire. 26 could be significant. This is 8. The energy of abundance, and again that balance between masculine, feminine, yin and yang. So, you know, the angels are saying, you know, time to reflect, again with that observe, sort of time to like rest, to calm down, to know that all is at peace. You're connecting with the ancestral energy, concerns in the distance with the white stag. This represents the divine masculine within twin flame partnerships. As Liz has said from a beautiful channel, Liz Harrison, that is her name, from a beautiful channel called Guided by Angels, and she taught me the symbolic meaning of the white stag, and they represent the divine masculine, and the divine masculine returning to the divine feminine. Okay, and I feel like it represents the divine masculine in a state of maturity. So again, when you see a lot of white stags, that can represent that you're connecting with the divine masculine, connecting with your divine partner. But, you know, the angels are saying, let things flow, you know, again, with that energy of flow, divine release. Allow those emotions to be released. Allow yourself to perceive what it is that needs to go, and then go with that flow, because that is enlightenment, okay? To release and let go of that, because that helps you to grow, and that's right above the strength card. You know, the angels are asking you to be brave and courageous and bold, because whatever you're letting go of, it's drawing you closer to divine kingdom. You're meant to let go of that at this time, beautiful soul. Okay? Because again, it's actually blocking your progress. Onwards, release, shame, hope. So, you know, you're releasing shame as well. You may have felt as though you may have experienced the emotions of shame. Maybe that's what's weighing you down. Others could have made you feel ashamed. You could have been taught to be ashamed, or you could have been ashamed for various things. So this is really shadow work here too, because shadow work is all about going within self and understanding what lies deep down in there, like moon card energy, like what lies deep down within. And I feel like, again, that is being brought to light with the High Priestess. You are going to be able to discern that. And the thing with shadow work is it's like buried down in there, so it's like controlling you from the shadows. It's like it has like a lasso around you, and it keeps pulling you back, right? It keeps pulling you back, and then again, because the Devil card can represent shadow work too, along with the Moon card. So it's like that which is holding you back. Okay, so you need to release that shame so that you can see, again, the sun with, it says hope, because I said that about silver lining, and like sense God's plan. And this is like too, like knowing that like you are able to trust God. Okay, that all is well. God is with you. And again, with that 30 energy, 3 and 0 amplified, knowing you're not alone. But yeah, shadow work with the shadow, it can be good things that you resonate with, but they're just suppressed because you were told to be fearful or ashamed of them, or to not express them, or to not be your true self in that way. It can also be stuff that is negative that you don't desire to carry with you. Okay, and that you need to let go of. And I feel too this is something you need to let go of, because again, you're meant to move onwards, and I see that with the hair here. Okay, and I feel again with the hair here, it's kind of like a quick energy. This is going to pass through quickly, again with the fox energy too. So this isn't really a slow energy to me. This is more of a quick, fast-paced energy. Again with that chariot energy, I feel like this energy is going to kind of breeze right through. But at the same time, you're going to have a moment where you slow down. So Archangel Metatron and Hanyo are going to kind of slow down the moment so that you're able to tune into this. And then once you do, the energy shift is going to be very fast. Okay, and it's kind of going to be like I'm hearing leaps and bounds. So again, you're releasing shame. I feel, you're releasing guilt. Again, the angels are encouraging you for anything, that you do feel guilty about or ashamed of. Take accountability for that energy, whether that was something others did, you recognize their responsibility, or something that you must be responsible for. And again, the angels are saying, it's understandable to feel ashamed, but like no one should pressure you into feeling ashamed, okay? Again, all emotions, negative or positive, are just indicators of whether we're out of alignment or in alignment. And shame is one of the most low vibrational energies, because it can really, even more so than fear, okay? Because it can really make you depressed, very bad. Okay, I know, because I felt the energy of shame before. And, it can keep you really weighed down. Okay, I feel like that's one of the Matrix's, like, worst to get you locked into. To get you locked into the energy of shame. It's one of the most painful energies I feel like you can experience, because it just really destroys your sense of, like their lack of self-confidence. And Archangel Jophiel is all about confidence and all about self-worth. So it really destroys your sense of self-worth. But the angels are here to remind you that it is okay to feel that way, but release that emotion. And maybe that's hard for you to release, because maybe you've been told something that you did was really terrible, or maybe you feel you did something really terrible, or something happened to you that just feels really terrible, or something someone else did was very terrible. However that resonates for you, I feel it really has something to do with something you might have did, or something that someone just made you feel so ashamed about, or whether it's positive or negative. But the angels are saying, no one should make you feel that way. And you know, we all make mistakes on this journey. Yes, that's what I was going to say there. The angels want you to know we all make mistakes on this journey. And, you know, even you know, again, I'm going to say this, you know, you do have to let go of some people sometimes because, again, they just don't wish to change, right? Or you just feel it's, you know, the time spent with them is over. And again, that's all up to you. You're able to do that. You know, you move onwards. You know, we sometimes need to let go of certain people because they just don't resonate with the journey anymore. But, you know, even I truly believe that if someone has a heart for change, that even people that are maybe mired in negativity, that, you know, you can change, you can pick yourself back up. So that's the light of hope too. And I think that's a good way to think because, you know, again, we all make mistakes on this journey. And if we know that, you know, there's always an opportunity to grow, to change, to become better, to move towards the light, then that is the light of hope and it keeps us going. Because again, sometimes, you know, negative or bad things, it's happened on this journey. And if we feel that we must always be stuck in that, you know, maybe you're someone here too, you might have feel like you've done something very negative or bad in the past. And, you know, you've been told by everybody that you don't deserve better, but you know in your spirit you're not the same person anymore. And you know you do deserve better. Again, as long as you've had the heart of change and you've taken accountability, because I'm really looking at accountability, responsibility, you know, this is almost like repentance. You know, you've repented. You understand the wrongdoing. You understand you've handed it over to God. You've handed it over to your higher self, however you see the divine. Whatever you resonate with, you've handed that over and then you've atoned, okay? You're striving to make up for it. You're striving to do better, and maybe you can never make up for what you did in the past because, you know, maybe you can't change the past, but you can make good in the present and you can do things that show that, hey, look, I'm not that person anymore. I'm not that person anymore. I'm operating from much higher vibrational energies. Okay, I feel that's for someone here that came in. Okay. So again, this is all about healing healing that curse energy too, because if we continue shaming and hating in return, you know, even when we return back to sender, you know, it's not about cursing. It's not about hating people in return. It's about returning the energy that does not belong to you. Okay, any negativity back to them so that they can be accountable and responsible for it, so they can learn and so they can grow, so they can learn the lessons they need to learn. It's not about making it 1,000 times stronger and all this stuff. I don't resonate when people do that, okay? Just return back what needs to be turned back. Don't be like, oh, I need to make this 1,000 times stronger. Return back to sender 100 times. No, just return the energy back. Okay, that's all God wants you to do. And again, you know, the angels are having me slow down here, but I feel again, you know, you can change, and people do change. People do change. You know, if you look back, you can see all the changes you've probably made within yourself. So I feel this is a powerful message for like knowing too that you are looked after, you are comforted by your guardian angels, and you know you are alive, so you do matter here, beautiful soul. If you've had somebody tell you too that you don't matter, or the stuff that you did has weight on you in the here and now, I mean, the past is important. The past, we must learn from it, okay? But that's the point, that we learn from it. It's not meant to have power in the present or to carry over into your future. That is not healthy. And again, you can look, I read this in a book. I don't remember the author. I don't know if that was a Wayne Dyer technique, but you can see like when you're in a motorboat and like the waves, the ripples that the motor makes in the water, that's the energy of the past, but it doesn't propel the boat. The motor is the present. It propels the boat. Okay, so the past has no power over you unless you allow it to be so. So once again, where your focus goes, and we saw that, thrive through the power of positive thinking. Where your focus goes, energy grows. And even if you don't believe that you're a good person, I wish to say this here, even if you don't believe that, or even if you don't feel that you are that way, if you continuously tell yourself an affirmation of, I am a good person, I am taking accountability, I love this world, and I love people, I love animals, I love plant life, whatever you want to say. I love my ancestors, I love my guides and guardians, I love myself, okay? And I see beauty around me, and I wish to create beauty. Whatever I may have done in the past that hurt others, or whatever others may have done to hurt me, I am now creating, again, like Archangel Jophiel said, it is her duty to show you a vision of beauty and to create a vision of beauty. It is also your duty to create a vision of beauty on Gaia here, beautiful soul. So you are going to be creating a vision of beauty. So continuously tell yourself that. And then guess what? That's how you generate belief. You just persevere. Even if you feel like you're slugging through, even if you feel like a slug, a snail, you feel like you're going at a slow pace, but guess what? That slow and steady wins the race. Even if you feel like you're mired in quicksand and you're like trying to crawl through that, stand up and, it just feels like you're crawling through quicksand, right? It feels impossible, but guess what? Impossible means I'm possible. And you are taking those baby steps forward. Okay, so there could be with cleanup here too. I wish to say that. Maybe somebody needs to take accountability with some type of substance. Okay, substance use. And you're tuning in with that and cleaning that up. And reaching out for guidance and assistance. That could just be a message there, because that could have been causing instability at home. Okay, so, this is a very deep message, but that could be just for certain people or someone specific coming in. Again, however this resonates with you, this cleanup, observe, onwards, all this energy is what is meant for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest, but there's different ways of looking at this as well. But basically, you are loved and you are headed in the direction of your dreams. And again, that energy of success, you are meant to be a success. And, some of those people that tried to shame you, they may be like, how did you become a success? How did you do it? Like, of all the things, like, they just can't believe that you did it. Some of those people might think it's unfair, that you're not deserving of it. But it's very fair, okay? Because it was prophesied and meant to happen. You're meant to be in the energy of doing good, and you're meant to be a success. You're meant to have your manifestations, as I truly believe all people on this planet are truly, probably, well, I know that there's some very wicked energies again, and people making very wicked choices, okay, and, some very wicked stuff going on the planet, and some of those people, I think what I'm trying to say is, underneath it all, that's what they could have done or could be, because you do have a choice. I believe even very evil beings have a choice. They're just not making it, okay? And those people, they're going to continue to get returns back to senders. The matrix is going to continue to crumble. They're, forgive, but it doesn't mean you need to let them back in your life, okay? And that is the choice they made. We don't need to continuously send out shame, but, they do need to learn their lessons and things like that. And, they do need to be held accountable. But, again, I feel, the person here has a heart of change. And that makes all the difference, because you're headed into that energy of change. You can even look at characters like Vegeta, possibly like in Devil May Cry, see what Virgil is going on. These are characters that, obviously like with Vegeta, step up and take accountability. These are like the anti-hero type characters, and then move into that energy of, they've done some really bad, terrible things, but again, the people love them. People here in Gaia, like Vegeta is one of the most popular Dragon Ball Z characters, and, really celebrated. And, here's this character who was once a villain, did villainous things, did terrible things, and yet, became one of the greatest Z fighter warriors. So, a good example there. But you are very deserving because, again, you're moving in the energy of this good things, you know, and you wish to do good for people. That is your heart now. And underneath it all, you know, you did have a heart of gold. You might have been like Barrett. There was a channel called Final Fantasy Peasant, and he called himself Pez. I believe his real name was it Jake? And he said, you know, like Barrett did, you know, Barrett made some bad choices, but Barrett has a heart of gold underneath it all. Okay? So Final Fantasy VII too, like that's another good example. Like a lot of those characters, you know, have, you know, serious faults. But, you know, it's a story about too, like they're taking accountability. Even characters like Rufus, if you see that too, like in Advent Children, you know, then he starts taking accountability. He realizes, you know, through what happened, the circumstances that happened, that, you know, and in the novellas, you know, the characters he meets on the way, and then, you know, he begins to realize he needs to clean up, he needs to take accountability, but then, you know, he's still alive and deserving of living, and, you know, changes, and then starts using his money and power for good. Okay, and to help the world instead of continuing to destroy it. So other good examples there. But, you know, it is fair because, you know, you are doing good. And again, some of those other people, again, that we perceive like, you know, some of the really corrupt, awful, you know, evil stuff that you're hearing about at this time, stuff that's getting exposed. Again, wow, it's 11:11 a.m. as I say this. So the reason that those people aren't deserving of it, okay, is because they're not looking to change, and they're not changing. And they're going to have to face, you know, God with that. However it is that God decides to take care of that. But, you know, I do believe in true justice. And I do believe God will take care of things like that. So I do feel there's an element of justice here as well, like justice for your situation, especially too. There could be that too, like a dual energy, because I said that with the 8 before I go here. So, you know, there could have been things you did that you knew weren't good, and then there could have been things that other people did you knew weren't good. So it's kind of like justice for those situations too, or maybe the things you did, you know, maybe you realized that that wasn't the right choice, wasn't good, but there's a reason behind it all as well. It wasn't like, you know, there was a intentionally cruel or something. Maybe the people that did stuff to you, maybe that was what was going on with them. Maybe theirs was more intentional or deliberate, or they thought to provoke you. Okay, you could have been dealing with narcissists. All right, so before I make this too long, because we're already at 40, almost 43 minutes. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything again. I love you and I cherish you. The angels love you and cherish you. And this was a very deep reading, but I pray and speak power over your life. You are meant to be here, beautiful soul. You are connected with God. God loves you. God blesses you. And, you know, you are a chosen one. And you may ask, again, I don't feel like a chosen one, but tell yourself that you are. And again, the more that you do, the more you implant in your subconscious that that is your reality. So therefore, your brain, your mind, everything must shift in that way. And that's how you create that solid belief. Belief is generated over time. And it's all up to you how much time that takes. It's all up to you and God. It's a joint effort. But you are meant to be here. You are blessed. You are chosen one. You're going to do beautiful things for this world. Okay? You're going to do beautiful things for this world. So, much love. I love you. The angels love you. You are very cherished. You are very loved. And until next time, beautiful souls, bless.